What's going on, guys? What's up? What's up? All right, market's looking pretty good this evening for the altcoins, huh? Pretty good. Our prediction has come true, as you guys know. We'll have a look at the prediction in a minute. Let's get through some of these comments here. D. Wellwood, what's up, man? All right. What's going on? Guys, as always, make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. It's the Christmas season, guys. Give the gift of subscribing to the channel. It costs you nothing, and it helps the channel grow, and that's a fantastic Christmas gift that you can give for free. So check that out. Jovan, what's up, man? Season's greetings, brother. Season's greetings. JASMY prediction. Got to be a little more specific than that, man. Shane, yo, what's up, everyone? Good to see you, brother. Funky's in the house. Michael Saylor called a shareholder meeting wanting to dilute 30x. Yes, it is one of the stories we're going to cover, my friend. James, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. H. Barbarina in the house. What's going on? 3K Sports Unlimited, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. How's everybody feeling out there, man? It's almost Christmas, guys. It's almost Christmas. It's Christmas Eve or something, right? All right, let's get into the charts a little bit. Let's see what's going on out there. So, as you recall, guys, I told you guys this morning and yesterday and the day before that we needed to see a pump here in JASMY in this falling wedge pattern. We needed to touch this trend line. We needed our third touch on this trend line, if you recall. If you don't recall, go back to this morning's live stream and watch what I said, okay? I said we need a touch here, and we've officially got our third touch on this trend line. Boom, 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 okay? So now what we're going to see is probably a rejection, a pullback, and then we'll have a breakout, a retest of the top of the trend line for confirmation of the breakout, and then boom, right? That is what's going to happen here, guys, in my opinion. Now, if you're asking, well, gee, how do you know that that's going to happen, Rob? Well, I mean, I do this for a living, first of all. Second of all, here's our last falling wedge pattern. Lasted 5 months. 1, 2, 3 touches. Ping-ponged down, rejected off, ping-ponged, breakout, confirmation by retesting, right? Pullback, retest, and breakout, right? Fast forward to here we are, getting ready for it to happen once again. The Golden Cross has officially taken place here, guys, as you can see down here. By tomorrow, this will be officially fully crossed. It's like, you know, they're like making out with each other right now. So it'll be crossed by tomorrow. So we have our confirmations in place, guys. Bullish momentum to the upside, imminent. Mary, how you doing, dear? Good to see you. Good to see you. So there you go, guys. Pattern has played out perfectly as we called for. And on top of that, what did we have on Bitcoin? Look at that. We told you this morning as well when we were up here that Bitcoin was going to pull down to around 92K. We got down to 92.5. So we nailed that as well, right? Now, here's the kicker, guys. With Bitcoin dominance falling and altcoins rising, are we going to see Bitcoin fall below 92K and into this little golden pocket between 85 and 87K? I want you to keep that in the back of your minds, because there's now like a 25-30% chance that could still happen, okay? So keep an eye on that. Let's actually go over and see. Let's go see the Bitcoin dominance. So we're in the Dixie right now. So we look at the BTC, Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance crashing to the downside, which is another reason alts are starting to run, okay? So now let's go check out the others. Okay, others is all the altcoins outside of the top 10. We're starting to get a pump on the market cap for others, okay? So you see how that all kind of correlates together, right? Namesy1, GN, what's up, man? Shane, isn't the Golden Cross a lagging indicator? It can be a lagging indicator. However, you're thinking about the Death Cross is what you are thinking. But the Golden Cross can be a lagging indicator, yes. However, in this case, it is very clearly not a lagging indicator because we haven't had a pump to call for it, right? So, but no, the golden cross is not always a lagging indicator. The death cross is generally a lagging indicator, however. What a great place to put all of our earnings. Absolutely, man. GN Rob, you said before 10 days BTC going to go down 92K. Bravo, you are a smart man. Thank you so much, GN. Thank you so much. You know, I try to prepare everybody for these things so that you guys can have dry powder on the side to take advantage of it and stock up on altcoins when things were down, or Bitcoin. And now we're starting to see that pump. So thank you so much for recognizing that. James, XEN Swift bags deep. Balls deep, baby. Absolutely. All right. So, yes. So keep an eye on Bitcoin for that, guys. Let's go have a look over at the bubbles. It's a beautiful scene, guys. The bubbles are a beautiful scene. Check it out. A sea of green, baby. JASMY up 8%. Volume, though, is very, very down, even compared to this morning. So, you know, we're rising, but there is no volume. So, to me, this could very well be a trap for altcoins, okay? Because there's no volume, right? There's no volume, guys. So we could see a pullback tomorrow, right? We could. It's not 100%. I'm just saying we could see, with no volume in the altcoins, these pumps don't last long when there's no volume, right? Obviously. So yeah, but the market looks healthy right now for the day. We'll just take this as a nice green Christmas gift, right? We'll have a look at it. Quant up 13%. Very nice. All right, guys, let's get into some of the news. Let's see what's going on out there in the wide world of crypto. Icy Amphibian, make sure you're giving Icy a follow over on X. Great researcher when it comes to JASMY content, guys. So he says JASMY's partner, IOTEX, which you know we announced that a couple of weeks ago, says according to WatchX roadmap, surpass 2 million users by Q4 of 2025. This is how we will reach 100 plus JASMY personal data lockers by providing PDL to multiple IoT and DPIN networks and businesses. Check it out, guys. The new partner of JASMY, they have a new watch out, a smartwatch, IOTEX. With AI-powered health insight, WatchX empowers users to take control of their willingness to maintain to maintain full control over their personal data. Guys, do you understand what this means? These are IoT devices. JASMY just partnered with these guys to connect. So, do you know how many people are going to have these smartwatches? More technology, another partnership. Now, every person or most people have to have a personal data locker connected to get paid in JASMY coin. I'm probably going to buy one of these if I'm perfectly honest with you. I would love to have a smartwatch, but guys, another partnership with another major company just released a smartwatch for wellness monitoring and so much more, right? It says participants will also earn rewards in engaging in health activities and supporting the ecosystem. So this is huge, guys. This is huge. You know, every single person who has one of these watches has to have a PDL. Do you understand that? Right? That's how they reach 107 million KPI goals, or KPI goal of 107 million active PDL addresses. That's just one more way for them to have that, right? Crazy bullish, guys. Crazy bullish. All right, what else do we have? Let's get into a video. I've been talking long enough. Let's get into a video. GN, Rob, today I bought 600,000 JASMY, I hope. Nice. Congratulations on that bag, man. Congratulations on that bag. That's epic. Financial analyst Tom Lee predicts a massive inflow of $400 trillion into Bitcoin post-halving. What the hell is he talking about?
I think what the mistake people think is they have to buy a whole Bitcoin. And I mean, they can buy a Satoshi a Satoshi every day instead of a latte. And more importantly, you know, if Bitcoin network value plays out and Bitcoin, yeah, let's take Uran's number. Okay, so it's a 20 times increase from here. Anyone who's long Bitcoin won't care about inflation. That's the important thing, because it's really just the dollar getting cheaper. It's not, I mean, that's really what they're experiencing. You know, Bitcoin is now essentially a bona fide asset class. I mean, it has the backing of BlackRock, which is the largest asset manager in the world. Larry Fink even today was speaking post earnings about how important Bitcoin is to the future of BlackRock, and it's something that they're encouraging clients to adopt. I think that the mistake someone might make if they're interested in Bitcoin is thinking they have to go 100% of their portfolio into it. They only need to put 2% or 5%. And, you know, if you think about someone sitting on cash, that's like 1 year's worth of interest on their portfolio. They just have to dedicate to crypto. We made that recommendation when we first wrote about Bitcoin, that they should put 1 to 2%. Today, if they didn't rebalance that recommendation, it's 80% of their total portfolio. So it's been a huge winner for our clients, and many have told us it's really changed their lives by making what they saw as a kind of a low risk bet, 2% allocation into crypto. And I think that's how people should look at it today, because Bitcoin isn't peaking. It's not that widely adopted yet. There's still so many skeptics, and there's many financial firms that are restricting their clients from having access to exchange versions of Bitcoin. So the ETF today is not even approved for many firms. And it tells me that there's still a lot of future holders of crypto. And I think that mistake someone could make today thinking Bitcoin's not relevant is the financial system does work really well in the US for wealthy Americans. But even in America, I think only 45% of Americans actually have a bank account, and another 25% consider prepaid credit cards and debit cards as their primary form of banking.
There's a lot of folks who don't want Bitcoin over 100,000, and some of it may be the exchanges themselves are concerned because there is a pretty low supply of Bitcoin available over the counter. So you have a supply shortage. I'm still confident Bitcoin's going to close much higher before year end, well above 100,000 before year end. December historically is a strong month, but when you're up more than 10% in the first half and it's an election year, December's been up 100% of the time. The second is yields have moved down to pre-election levels. The 10-year's at 4.1. That's good for multiple expansion. The third is, I think it's been surprising, but sentiment's actually turned negative the last 2 weeks, even as the markets rallied. To me, that's a contrarian bullish signal. And then finally, we still have those two puts, the Trump put and the Fed put. And I think that means you still want to buy any of these dips.
Nice. Also, guys, I forgot my KASPA holders, my KASPA family. Listen, I have some phenomenal news for you for KASPA. Okay. Now, if you don't know him, Crypto John is actually, we use him as a metric for crypto, right? He's like the inverse Kramer of altcoins. So I'll give you an example. He sold all of his Gala last year, and he started FUDing Gala. And a couple weeks later, Gala pumped like 300%. Fast forward a couple months later, he sold all of his JASMY, and you guys remember that. And then he went on a super FUD rant over multiple videos, FUDing JASMY. As a result of that, JASMY pumped over, it went from 2 zeros 4, where he sold it and FUDded it, to 4 cents 4. So it went up like something like 1,600% or something like that from where John FUDded it, right? The good news is he just announced that he sold all of his KASPA and started FUDing KASPA today, saying that the team was the worst team he'd ever seen in his life, which means that in the next couple of weeks, KASPA is most likely about to pump a few 100%, because John is like the inverse Kramer of crypto, right? Every time he sells something and FUDs it, it pumps. So yes, so look forward to that, guys. KASPA pump. We have confirmed the KASPA pump is coming. Very, very bullish there. What else do we have? DCA, while BTC is still dipped under 100K because we will be going higher. Exactly. Magic Power Crypto John's a scammer. 100% he's a scammer. 100%. What are the odds the December promises of Junction still come true? I don't know what the odds would be, my friend, but I mean, Hara did say, but here's the thing. We've been discussing this over on the Patreon. It's an interesting little nuance to this. Because when Hara said by the end of the year, here's the thing. Japanese year ends in March, not in January, or not at the end of December, right? Their year ends a quarter after ours does. So was he talking about the end of this year as in January, or was he talking about the end of their year? People made the same mistake when it came to last year. What happened? There was an announcement this year, and people were expecting it in January last year, right? But it didn't happen until March because he was talking about their fiscal year, not our fiscal year, right? So there's a little bit of confusion there, and we'll have to see how it plays out. Magic Power, Jasmy, 100%, man. 100% Jasmy in the house. Okay, what else do we have? A little bit of Proppy news, guys. Proppy, we are so happy to serve La Rosa Realty agents in their crypto and non-crypto transactions with our title escrow service. Another real estate company has onboarded the usage of Proppy, guys. Proppy, I am very, very big on Proppy, so absolutely bullish there for my Proppy family. All right, what else do we have? Japanese public company Metaplanet has acquired another 619.7 BTC for a whopping 9.5 billion yen. Big purchase, guys. I'm telling you that these big companies, they continue to accumulate. Here's some more bullish news. MicroStrategy has announced a special meeting for shareholders to vote on key proposals designed to accelerate the 21-21 plan, streamlined capital raising, and align director compensation with the company's Bitcoin-focused strategy. Key proposals include increasing authorization Class A shares from 330 million to 10.33 million. Billion, not million, to support future capital raising, increasing authorized preferred shares from 5 million to 1.005 billion, to expand financing options, and amending the 2023 equity incentive plan to provide automatic equity awards for new directors joining the board. So MicroStrategy trying to fast forward their accumulation plans, their 5-year accumulation plan of Bitcoin. Isaac, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Right, what else do we have? Now, this is not really massively crypto related, but check it out. Nissan and Honda have officially announced plans to merge. Yes, that's right. Nissan and Honda are merging together as a company. Very, very bullish, guys. And then we got the Richard Hart drama continues. Breaking news, MEXC, the only major exchange that lists Hex and Pulse Chain, are delisting both tokens due to the founder, Richard Hart, being on Interpol's most wanted list. So, massive blow for Hex and Pulse Chain, guys. Big surprise there. Jasmy is the one. Absolutely it is. 100%, my friend. Richard Hart destroying his own project. What else do we got? Inflation steals Bitcoin shields. Check it out, guys. In 30 years, $1 million will be worth, at 3% inflation. Guys, this is crazy. In 30 years, $1 million at 3% inflation will only be worth $412. At 4% inflation, it will only be worth $308,000. And at 5% inflation, $1 million will only be worth $231,000. But 1 Bitcoin will always equal 1 Bitcoin. Just saying. Just putting that out there. Crypto Rover says altcoin season starts tomorrow, according to him. Last Christmas, right here, boom. Look at the chart. Look at the chart. I guess you can't see because my fat head's in the way. Boom. There you go. And I'll move this to boom. There you go. See? Down here, Christmas time. And boom. Alt season began. Here we are, guys. Here we are. Let's go, baby. Boom. We need to get going here. Big things popping. Little things stopping. Tyler, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Dumb money, it makes sense. We always make sense. We always make sense, brother. All right, what else do we got? Simply Bitcoin. The government does not have enough enforcement personnel to stop Bitcoin.
You see that without a central bank control, the value of that currency depends upon the users of that currency. And why is Bitcoin growing so fast? Because it's getting more users. More people are believing. If I do a transaction with a credit card, I have to put in my name, my address, my credit card number, the code on the back, my billing address. Well, that takes 5 or 10 minutes, especially for someone my age. But with Bitcoin, it's 15 seconds. Give me your wallet address. Here's the amount. Done. Once you see the facility of cryptocurrencies, once you see how fast they...
Well, let me stop him right there. Wait a second. A Bitcoin transaction does not take 15 seconds. It can take up to an hour. Right? Don't give me that shit.
they are transacted, then suddenly fiat currencies, credit cards, central banks make no sense whatsoever.
Maybe it's too...
When they start using these things, suddenly governments are going to start losing income tax revenues. And they're going to panic. And they're going to say, this is against the law. But how do you stop something that cannot be stopped? I mean, this is not something unique to America where you can just shut it down. I mean, I can use the Tor browser or the Onion browser and access Bitcoin wallets all over the world, and no one will ever know. The government does not have enough enforcement personnel to ever stop Bitcoin. So they're going to have to face reality, find some other way to raise revenues. This is a fact.
Bitcoin can't stop the bum rush. Gene, how many coins will JASMY lock up? Gene, I love you, brother, but you know, I don't know how you think I have an answer to that question. I don't know. What do we got? Metaplanet makes largest BTC purchase to date despite Bitcoin price correction. After a 9.8% drop in Bitcoin's value over the past week, investors are showing signs of caution, worried about the potential for further declines. Despite this, Japan-based Metaplanet has reaffirmed its confidence by buying nearly 620 Bitcoin. According to the company's official press release, the acquisition executed as part of its Bitcoin treasury operation involved the purchase of 619.7 Bitcoin, worth around $60.6 million. This latest transaction brings Metaplanet's total Bitcoin holdings to 1,761.98 BTC, which is valued at almost $168 million. Over the past 6 months, Metaplanet has leveraged multiple capital market activities, including stock right issuances and zero coupon bonds, to fund its Bitcoin purchases. Most recently, the company raised 5 billion yen, valued at $31.9 million, through its fifth series of ordinary bonds on December 20th. Prior to that, the Tokyo-based investment firm also announced a separate 4.5 billion yen, valued at $28.7 million, bond issuance that is set to mature on June 16th, 2025. This is the day after my birthday. The firm reported a staggering BTC yield increase of nearly 310% between October 1st and December 23rd, demonstrating the significant growth in Bitcoin's holdings relative to its fully diluted shares outstanding. Metaplanet appears to have firmly positioned itself as a key player in a corporate Bitcoin investment event as the broader market sentiment remains bearish. Metaplanet, often referred to as the Asia's MicroStrategy, began accumulating Bitcoin in May, mirroring the strategy of US-based Bitcoin-focused firm. The company recently revealed that it expects its first operating profit in 7 years, thanks to its decision in April to use Bitcoin as a treasury asset. For fiscal year 2024, it forecasts a revenue increase of 890 million yen, worth around $5.8 million from 261 million yen, and predicts an operating profit of 270 million yen. This marked a significant turnaround after years of losses. A key driver has been its innovative use of Bitcoin put options, which brought its 520 million yen. The firm also benefited from the strong performance of its Royal Oak Hotel in Tokyo. Very bullish, guys. Skim Beebles, what's up, man? Be hoping Jasmy explodes like a fat man. And I'll catch my graphic. All right, what else do we have? Boom. Crypto.com launches sport prediction market to replicate Polymarket's success. Polymarket may have a new competitor in Crypto.com. As the latter rolls out of sports prediction markets in the United States, a new sport event trading product allows users to bet on events like the National Football League's Super Bowl. Before this time, not much was heard of the prediction market. During the 2024 U.S. presidential the niche became, they missed a word there, presidential election. The niche became quite popular, a success that could be attributed to Polymarket. In a blog post, Crypto.com informed its customers sport events, trading, and CFTC regulated derivatives trading feature available in Crypto.com app and on the Crypto.com website. It presents you with a straightforward yes-no decision based on whether you believe an outcome of a sporting event will occur, the crypto exchange added. In the days leading up to November 5th, U.S. election, Polymarket recorded more than $3 billion in bets. One French man went home with almost $80 million just for placing a wager for Donald Trump winning the election. So far, Polymarket has secured approximately $1 billion of bets that have attempted to predict which team will win the next Super Bowl in February. Once Crypto.com's sport prediction market is activated, Polymarket may have to share its dominance to accommodate the new addition. The crypto exchange's existing roots in the sports industry may serve as an edge for gaining traction quickly. In August, Crypto.com signed a multi-year partnership with UEFA Champions League. As a result, the exchange became the official sponsor of Europe's top tournament soccer club. Aren't they also didn't they also buy the sponsorship for the Los Angeles Kings and Lakers arena? Isn't it Crypto.com Arena now or something? In other crypto news, the global exchange has decided against moving forward with its lawsuit against the United States SEC. 2 months ago, Crypto.com filed a lawsuit against the U.S. SEC involving Gary Gensler and the agency's 4 commissioners. The legal action responded to an initial Wells notice, but Crypto.com took no chance before filing a lawsuit. The exchange is challenging what it perceives as unlawful expansion of the SEC's jurisdiction over its operations. The latest developments followed after the meeting between the exchange's CEO, Chris Marzelek, and President-elect Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago on December 16th. So, very bullish news there. They're confident that the SEC is going to get their hands slapped, so to speak. And what do we have over here? What do we have over here? Kathy Wood explains that BTC could pump up 6% of portfolios.
It's a substitute for gold, a store of value. Gold is a $15 trillion asset. It is a new asset class. How big could that be? If this new asset class with low correlations of returns and risk relative to other asset classes, all fiduciaries have to look at this new asset class. And so we think it could become, 2 to 5 or 6% of portfolios. It's also an insurance policy in emerging markets. As many of you know, we've been involved with Bitcoin since it was $250 in 2015 when we wrote our first white paper on Bitcoin in collaboration with Art Laffer. And I remember back then saying to Art when he said, "This is what I have been waiting for since the gold window closed in 1971." And I said to him at that point, I said, and remember, Bitcoin was $250. I said, "Art, this sounds like a big idea. How big could it be?" And he said at that time, "Well, how big is the US monetary base? That's the reserve currency of the world. This seems to be the new reserve currency of the world." I said, "Well, back then it was $4.5 trillion. Today it's about a little over $7 trillion. Well, crossing $100,000 today took us to roughly $2 trillion. So we're well on our way. We think the biggest regulatory changes are going to happen because SEC Chairman Gensler is going. He's announced he's leaving on January 20th. So the digital asset world, we think, is now about to take off and thrive. And then, of course, while we haven't heard anything about Lena Khan at the Federal Trade Commission, which that commission has been an obstacle to mergers and acquisitions during the last 4 years, to such an extent that it has really harmed innovation. Certainly our strategy is an example of that, because large companies have not felt any pressure, competitive or otherwise, because of the regulatory stance of Lena Khan and others out there, to investigate new technologies, actually buy companies, and establish a price. These are strategic buys, and they telegraph to the world how much innovation is worth from a strategic point of view. Well, we haven't seen a lot of that. There's been a dearth of it, and we think that's going to change. So we're going to have a lot of price discovery. And we know also that at the Department of Justice, President Trump is bringing in people who are very pro-competition, and they are looking at sort of quasi-monopolies out there as being not so healthy for growth in the U.S. and global economy.
Oh, Kathy Woods, we love you. Hey, Rob, in the house, brother. Nice, Dominic. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Let's go, JASMY. Let's go, XCN. Aaron, hey, Rob, in chat. Kathy Woods always have crazy bread. Yes, she does, man. When would you say XCN will start moving into the 2-3 cent range? Probably, I would say somewhere around March, to be honest with you, man. But you know what? I just happen to have the XCN chart up. And what do you notice here, guys? For those of you who've been watching this, the JASMY chart with me, what do you notice here? Yeah, that's right. Another falling wedge structure here on Onyx Coin. We have our first touch, we have our second touch, and today we have confirmed our third touch on the top of the trend line. So what comes next, you might ask, right? Same thing that's happening with JASMY. We're going to see a rejection off there, a breakout, a confirmation of the retest, a retest confirmation of the breakout, and then boom, right? So we are looking at a breakout on Onyx Coin as well on the daily time frame. In my opinion, guys, very, very bullish. Exactly the same structure that JASMY's in right now. Exactly the same structure, right? And if we go over and we have a look at, just kind of looking at Swift. Swift is in a falling channel right now. Well, I guess Swift is in a falling wedge pattern as well, guys. Right? Check this out. Same thing. We only have, we have our 3 touches here on Swift as well, guys. Check it out. Boom. 1, 2, 3. We have our 3 touches, 3 confirmations. Break to the upside imminent, guys. Right? Swift coin about to break out. Onyx coin about to break out. JASMY about to break out. Very bullish, guys. Very bullish. What do you think of Alchemy and Spell? Oh, I get asked about Spell Token all the time. Alchemy Pay, I'm just kind of neutral on. I think it's a good project. I do not hold any of it, but I do think it will do okay. Spell Token, I don't mind the project, but I've made my feelings on Spell Token very, very clear. The Cynthia Lummis Fit 21 Act bill that's in Congress, guys, part of that bill is an algorithmic stablecoin ban in the United States. Now, why does that relate to Spell Token? Well, because Spell's ecosystem relies on an algorithmic stablecoin. So the only way that Spell would be able to continue to operate inside the United States if that bill passes is if they get rid of the algorithmic stablecoin that their ecosystem relies on. So I am not incredibly bullish on Spell due to that fact, right? It's like a well of useless information inside this head. I'm telling you guys, right? So that's my thoughts on Spell. Nothing against the project, but when the U.S. government is going after algorithmic stablecoins and their ecosystem depends on one, well, I mean, take Old Yeller out behind the barn kind of thing, right? Matador Technologies plans to acquire 4.5 million in Bitcoin. Matador Technologies, focused on digitizing real-world assets, announced plans to purchase $4.5 million in Bitcoin shortly. The company's board of directors aims to incorporate Bitcoin and USD assets into the business treasury. In a recent announcement, Matador Technologies, Inc. stated that the board has approved the inclusion of Bitcoin and USD assets into the corporate strategy. This decision is seen as part of the company's long-term capital preservation strategy, reflecting its confidence in the potential of BTC. The company noted that the decision was prompted by increasing risks associated with having its treasury linked to the Canadian dollar, Canada's dependency on oil exports, and rising national debt. People risk of depreciation for the fiat currency. I say people poses. Sorry. I don't know where my brain was at there. Matador Technologies, Inc. plans to complete the $4.5 million BTC acquisition within this month and intends to continue building its reserves through measured acquisition programs in the future. The company stated, the decision reflects Matador's belief in Bitcoin as a value storage tool and reduces the risk of currency depreciation. We are tracking global trends as Bitcoin adoption among institutional entities grows. The company's president, Sonny Ray, mentioned, Matador's board and management believe in the use of Bitcoin to transition our treasury into the future. CEO and President Devin Soni stated, we believe Bitcoin will provide benefits in line with Matador's focuses on creating products that exemplify trust, permanence, and value. The move appears to strengthen Matadors Technologies Inc.'s position in the digital asset market and optimizes the strategic capital management. Big things popping, little things a stopping. Michael Saylor, everyone utilizing his strategy. Let's hear from the man himself.
Once you master Bitcoin, you can figure out how to save your wealth, how to economically prosper. It works for a country, a company, a family, an individual. Nobody owns it. It's a utilitarian, egalitarian entitlement, just a good for the world. That's why I'm so enthusiastic about it. So we're offering investors whatever degree of risk and performance they want. And there's hundreds of trillions of dollars in the capital market that absolutely has to buy a security, and they cannot buy the commodities.
Right.
Well, that was Executive Chairman of MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, on the promising potential of Bitcoin. Joining us now to weigh in, Coin Stories podcast host, Natalie Brunell. Natalie, MicroStrategy made its debut on the NASDAQ 100. We know that. Saylor certainly is putting a lot of chips down on the future of Bitcoin. I mean, how does this pay off for him, do you think?
Well, hi, Ashley. Happy holidays. Thank you for having me. I mean, MicroStrategy pioneered the Bitcoin treasury strategy. It is using intelligent leverage, and its inclusion in the NASDAQ 100 is extremely legitimizing for both the asset and the company. And now everyone who invests in ETFs that track the NASDAQ will be getting some Bitcoin exposure, and it will mean a lot of passive flows for MicroStrategy that will boost the stock, which has already outperformed almost every company in the stock market. And as for Michael Saylor, I mean, he has become a pivotal voice in really shaping the Bitcoin conversation here in the US, especially among major corporations. And he's advocating for a regulatory framework that not only encourages innovation, but also makes clear distinctions for our country between digital currencies, digital commodities, and digital securities, and emphasizing the importance of outlining the responsibilities of issuers and companies so that we have a transparent, compliant, and very long-term stable industry.
You know, Natalie, earlier this year, as you referenced, Bitcoin spot ETFs hit the market, but last week they saw a record $671.9 million in outflows. And now, as we know, Bitcoin is well below its high of 106,000 that it hit earlier this month. So my question after all of that is, are we in a buying opportunity right now?
Absolutely. It's always a good time to buy Bitcoin, especially when it pulls back. We really saw the entire market take a breather after the Fed sounded a little more hawkish last week. And I think that's why we've seen some of the outflows. But that doesn't change the fact that the Bitcoin ETFs have had the most successful launch of all time. I mean, take BlackRock's ETF, for example. Its assets under management are already $20 billion higher than its gold ETF after just 12 months of trading. So digital gold is proving far superior to traditional gold, and you can focus on just 1 week, but I would zoom out and focus on this historic run that Bitcoin and the ETFs have had. And yes, it's a good time to get in.
Okay, look, President-elect Trump stacking his administration, it appears, with crypto-friendly players. What do you expect to see from this next administration when it comes to Bitcoin?
Well, I think that Trump is surrounding himself with really the best and brightest of the global tech industry. And unlike in 2016, these massive tech executives and leaders, they're not resisting him. They're actually stepping up to collaborate. And everyone is truly focused on positioning the United States as the tech leader. And that includes Bitcoin. We've never seen something like this. And Bitcoin is exponential money for the exponential age. So we are now going to be positioned to lead and set the standard globally for our embrace of digital capital.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. Finally, Natalie, your Bitcoin prediction for 2025, what is it?
Well, if you're talking about price, I mean, I think $200,000 is very, very reasonable. Ooh. The first 100,000 is the hardest, Ashley. I think we're going to be on our way over the coming decades to 7 figures. I expect a lot of tailwinds in general for the industry. I think we could see a U.S. strategic Bitcoin stockpile established in the first few months of Trump taking office. We will get that regulatory framework and clarity that the industry has been waiting for. And I think we will see the growth of a digital monetary ecosystem with Bitcoin really at the core, serving as digital capital and the true source of economic energy for the free world.
What a good place to leave it right there, Natalie.
I'd buy that for $1. I would buy that for $1. If the fear and greed index goes down, is that good or bad for the altcoins? Well, let's have a look, my friend. Let's have a look, and I will break it down for you, okay? So here we have the fear and greed index currently sitting in greed at 73. So the lower this goes into the red and the yellow, the better it is for DCAing, right? The higher you get into the green, the more the price people are anticipating a pump. So the more likely we could see a dump as this gets higher and higher. This gets up towards 90 and 100, you know, might be one. Now listen, guys, listen though, okay? Be careful about this. This is not the end all be all for profit taking, okay? It's not. This is one of many indicators, okay? This is just one of many tools you should use. So this indicator would tell you that the deeper into the green you get, the higher the number gets into the greed, the more you should be considering taking profits, okay? In saying that, though, you should never rely on just one indicator, right? Because that indicator tells you it might be a good time to start taking profits, whilst the altcoin season index tells you that we're not in altcoin season and that you should not be taking profits. You see? That's why you don't rely on just one indicator. Same thing if we go over to the rainbow chart. Same thing. We're still in accumulation on the rainbow chart, right? Which is another factor that says you should not be considering taking profits, right? So a lot of different metrics need to be used in combination to give you a well-rounded idea of whether we're in close to the top and where you should be taking profits and where you shouldn't be, right? Never rely on one indicator. Dreadnought, thank you for all you do, brother. Hey, I got the fries that'll cross your eyes, brother. Your greed chart is at 55. Oh, mine's at 73. I think I'm on the altcoin indicator, though, not the Bitcoin indicator. So yeah. So that's that, guys. All right. What do we got? Bitcoin continuing its way down. Altcoins continuing to look nice and juicy. All right, guys. Well, listen. I got to go live over on the Patreon in about 20 minutes. So make sure you guys are there. We got some good things. We got some bullish TA that we're going to be showing over on the Patreon in about 20 minutes. We're going to do a group video call over there, guys. Get over there, join. There's nothing like these group video calls. It's like a live stream, but you guys actually get to talk to and stuff like that, right? So get over there, join the group video call, guys. Schedule your one-on-one coaching sessions with me over there as well. We'll teach you how to take profits, when you should be taking profits, how to exit the market efficiently, and so much more. The link is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description of the video. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one.